far and away the most successful jockey of those riding today here at Royal Ascot. He has so far registered 69 winners at the Royal Meeting, but none this year. Going forward is Red Sea. They're ready.
Lined up.
That's it. Ready, and they're racing. Jumped away in a pretty good line too. One of the first to show out on the outside is Housemaster. Up there in the early stages, Mutafaweq, and further back in the field, High King is trapped pretty wide. Pestigo, the Chester Vase winner, is slotting into second as Mutafaweq goes on in the early stages. Mutafaweq, the early leader, from in second, Pestigo, then High King. Out wide is Yarralino with the pink cap. Nearer the inside rail is Iscan as they sort themselves out. Dahoosh is up there at all. There's no gallop at all early. Housemaster's right in the middle of the pack. Iscan behind them. The dark green jacket next of Marcan, who's the plunge horse here. He's been backed off the map. Red Sea is second last, and last of all is Mandar. Heading down towards Swinley Bottom now, a mile left to go, and the King Edward the 7th. And the leader on the inside as they sort themselves out is Pestigo. Pestigo by 2 lengths at this stage to Dahoosh in the yellow jacket. The pink cap of Yarralino around the outside. Mutafaweq has got a good position now, 4th on the inside in the royal blue jacket. Housemaster is next on the outside of Iscan, 2 lengths away, then Marcan. Red Sea back in the field with High King and Mandar last of all. Racing out of Swinley Bottom now and up the side of the course past the 6. Pestigo the leader on the inside from Dahoosh in the yellow jacket. Out wider then is Yarralino in the pink cap, then Mutafaweq the blue jacket. Further back then Housemaster is now just being niggled a little from Iscan. Marcan is tracking Housemaster at this stage as they race up the side. They're 2 lengths to Red Sea, High King and Mandar last of all. Racing towards the home turn in the King Edward the 7th stakes, now under a half mile to travel. Pestigo is the leader from Dahoosh on the outside with Yarralino. In behind them is Mutafaweq from Housemaster and Iscan. Starting a run out wider then from the rear is Mandar with Marcan, who's just hemmed in a little bit there on the inside of him. Further back is Red Sea, and High King has dropped down to last, straightening for home now. And on the far side, Pestigo with Mutafaweq from Yarralino, and Mandar coming there strongly. Iscan is behind them. Housemaster can't win. Out wide of Red Sea and company there with Marcan. It's Mandar on the outside who ranges up to Mutafaweq inside the furlong. And they're running erratically. Mutafaweq finding a bit more on the far side here for Frankie. Has booted 2 lengths in front of Iscan and coming away near the line. Mutafaweq wins the Edward the 7th. Second Iscan, third Red Sea. Mandar's run petered out. He was 4th from Pestigo. Housemaster was disappointing from Marcan, and further back in the field then was High King with Dahoosh and a long last Yarralino. Crossing the line, Mutafaweq wins this for Godolphin by 2 or 3 lengths to Iscan. Third is Red Sea. 4th then is just behind them is Mandar, whose run petered out. They were followed by Pestigo, then Housemaster. Marcan, who has backed heavily from 14s to 6s, hasn't run on at all. Dahoosh behind them, and further back High King. Yarralino has finished almost tailed off. The winner though, number 7, Mutafaweq, ridden by Frankie Dettori, and that's a great start for the day for him. It's owned by Godolphin, trained by Syed bin Sarur. Second, number 4, Iscan in the colours of Sheikh Mohammed, trained by Sir Michael Stout, ridden by Gary Stevens. And third, number 9, Red Sea, owned by Fahd Selman, trained by Paul Cole, and ridden by Pat Henry. Mandar was 4th, but Mutafaweq is the winner.
Well, there was a fair bit of jockeyship as these runners turned into the home straight. Pestigo decided to go on Michael Hills, deciding that the early pace wasn't strong enough. He went on and took it up. As they swung into the straight, though, Gerald Mosse on his horse, Mandar, running very erratically. He went one way and then the other. He tried to keep Housemaster in at one stage. He has bumped a couple. He might just be in trouble, but a few hard luck stories here, Willie.
Yes, there's the most hard luck stories is there right now, where Frankie Dettori comes down on Gary Stevens there. I don't know. He never seemed to stop.
Clear, wasn't he?
I think I never saw Gary stop riding, but that was a race where there wasn't any pace for the first 4 furlongs, and of course it gradually got more speed into it. And as you can see here now, this is when the race is in earnest, and everybody's got a chance. These are lovely colts, and there's lots of jockeys wanting to get clear runs, and they're going everywhere to get a bit of daylight. Now you can see that Gerald Mosse just coming down there, to his left, he pulls his stick through and gives his horses a couple, and his horse goes away. And his horse there is very green, he's going away. Now Frankie comes down, got his stick in the right hand here. Frankie comes down there a little bit on Gary Stevens, but Gary Stevens didn't seem to stop riding, so that would be okay. But
the horse running on best from the back was Red Sea of Paul Coles, who eventually finishes third in those lighter green colours of Prince Fahd Salman. But I think there'll be a few jockeys coming back there and saying, sorry, didn't get the run of the race, turning into the straight.
The story of the race was that there wasn't any pace early in the race. The first 4 furlongs was run at a doddle.
Mutafaweq in the end sent off the 4-1 favourite, and there'll be a good reception here for Frankie.
It's a steward's inquiry at Frankie Dettori, his 4th winner of the week, and that puts him clear leader in the London Clubs Trophy, the award for the top rider at Royal Ascot. So Frankie Dettori leading now by 4 wins to 3. Mick Kinnan in 2nd position. But Mutafaweq is the winner here for Godolphin. Who've had their share of disappointments. They've had, of course, their successes as well, but they do occasionally hit a brick wall. But this was an occasion, a happy occasion for them. Mutafaweq has run out a comfortable winner. 2 lengths and 1 1/4 lengths, and the time 2:29.48 is 0.98 seconds faster than standard. So a pretty fast time. Let's check the full SP now on the Edward VII.
Mutafaweq returned the 4-1 favourite, with Iscan second at 10-1, Red Sea the third at 14-1. There is a steward's inquiry, all 10 ran, but Mutafaweq, the punter's got it right in the end, making it favourite 4-1.